Today we're going to talk about changing mixed numbers into improper fractions. So yesterday I showed you how to take an improper fraction. Remember, top number bigger than the bottom number, numerator, denominator, means that it's improper. And we talked about how to change that by hand and also by the calculator. 5 goes into 8 one time, making that really tall. Then we multiplied, then we subtracted, and this becomes your numerator of your new fraction, and you keep your denominator. And if you'll recall on your calculator that you can still see it's up from what I did yesterday. You put your fraction in, you hit your second key, times 10 to the n, and then enter, and it changes your fraction over. So today we're going to talk about how to go back the other way, because remember, in math, if you go forwards, you've got to learn how to go backwards. So what if you have this fraction and you need to change it to a mixed number? So up here, we changed it, we set it up like a division problem. So remember in math what the opposite of division is? The opposite of division is multiplication. So you're going to start, put your pencil on the 5, draw a small arrow over to the 1, and that's what we're going to multiply. 5 times 1 is, your answer is 5. Put a little bitty 5 above the 1. Over here, we subtracted, so the opposite of subtraction is addition. So 5 plus 3 is 8. And that's my numerator. Keep the same denominator. And that's how we change it back to an improper fraction. So it's like a big circle. 5 times 1, add, put it down. So now I want you to go, if you've got your fraction section to work on, we're on page 71, but I want you to work these problems. So 4 1/2, changed it. Don't forget your equal sign. 3 1/5. I want you to change them by hand. Then I'm going to show you how to change them in the calculator in just a second. But I want you to first do them by hand so that you can just refresh your memory. Now on the high set you can use a calculator throughout the entire test, but on GED, you do have a section where you need to work by hand without the calculator. So if you're taking GED, this is a good practice for that. So pause your video and do your problems by hand. So hopefully you've done that. And we're going to now take this, and I'm going to show you how to do this in the calculator. It's very simple. So if you're looking at 1 3/5, remember how to say that, 1 3/5 with the THS on the end. You've got it, you put it in your calculator as a mixed number. So how do you enter a mixed number? Well, there's actually more than one way, but I like to do it this way. Press your 1. Well, let me get down at the bottom. So press your 1, then you need to hit second, N over D. And can you see you've got your two little boxes for your fraction? And our fraction is 1 3/5. So we're going to put 3. Move your cursor down, put your 5. Move your cursor back over so that it's out of the denominator. And then just hit enter. And there you go. You're back to where you started. Now, there's another way you can do it. So we'll put it in again. So I'll put 1, second, ND, 3 over 5. And then remember that times 10 to the n that we used yesterday? You can do it the same way here. You can say second times 10 to the n, and you can see the ND to UND. And that arrow goes both ways, so you can either change a mixed number to an improper or an improper to a mixed number. When you hit enter, you get the same thing. So I'd like for you to go back to your problems here. Hopefully you have done them by hand. And now I want you to do them on the calculator to check your work.